Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we will see difference between HTML 1.0 and HTML 2.0. The foundation of data communication between two machines on the internet is HTML protocol. HTML stands for Hypertext Transfer Protocol. So far we have been hearing about the HTTP protocol, but we have never heard about the version of HTTP. In our curriculum, we have learned how data transfers between client and server, how handshaking happens, what are the different components of HTTP header and HTTP request. That we already know. But what we have never seen is HTTP 2.0. So let me tell you how, in short, how the communication between the server and client happens. So client's first request send a request to the server, and server acknowledge the request, and then server responds back to the client, and all this communication happens using HTTP protocol. Just for the analogy, I will give another example. In a restaurant, when a guest comes, it requests to the waiter, hey, I want this XYZ dish, and waiter acknowledge that request and he completes that request. So here the guest is nothing but a client and the waiter is a server who has to acknowledge and respond back to the client request. Just remember this example. This example will be helpful to understand the coming concepts on HTTP 2.0. The agenda of this video is to understand the features of HTTP 2.0 and to compare it with the HTTP 1.0. So the first feature of HTTP 2.0 is request multiplexing. So I will illustrate you what is the difference between the HTTP 1.0 and HTTP 2.0 with respect to this feature, event request multiplexing. So let's first understand how things work in HTTP 1.0. Then I will tell you how it is different from HTTP 1.0. So presently, whenever you enter some URL into your browser, let's say you enter the www.google.com on the client side on your browser, whatsoever the browser you use. So the client sends the HTTP. Client first establishes the TCP connection with the server, and in that TCP connection, it sends the HTTP request to the server. In this case, the client says, I want HTTP index.html, and it creates the HTTP request and sends to the server. Server acknowledges the request and responds back this HTTP index.html file to the client. So this one is basically TCP connection. I just wanted to write it here. This is the first TCP connection. Now let's say client want the index.css as well. So there is another TCP connection gets created, and HTTP request gets sent to the server. Similarly for the other resources. So what is the drawback of this this mechanism? Every time clients want some resource, it has to establish the TCP connection with the server and sends the HTTP request. So more the resources a client want, more the request to the server. So more is the traffic to the server. If server is busy with something else, server will take its own time to respond back. And at the top of this, there is overhead of the TCP connection, number of TCP connection. So more number of the TCP connection, more is the overhead on the server. So this is the third TCP connection. So for 3 resources, client and server has to establish 3 TCP connections. Now let's see how this scenario can be optimized in HTTP 2.0. So HTTP 2.0 comes with the feature request multiplexing. What does that mean? Is client and server will establish only one TCP connection. Let's say assume here it's a server. There will be single TCP connection. And client can request to the server multiple resources in single TCP connection, asynchronous. So there will be parallel request, asynchronous parallel request will be going out to the server with the single TCP connection. That's the beauty of this approach. Here the number of TCP connections are 3 for 3 resources. Here if client want howsoever, no matter how many resources the client want, there will be only TCP connection gets established between the client and server, and all the communication will happen through the single TCP connection. But there will be multiple HTTP requests. So the overhead of number of TCP connection will get drastically reduced here in this approach with the HTTP 2.0. So the data load will be faster comparative to HTTP 1.0. I hope you understood this request multiplexing feature of HTTP 2.0. The rest of the feature we will cover. So the next feature of HTTP 2.0 I will cover in my next video. There are so many. I guess there are around 10 to 15 features on HTTP 2.0. We will cover majorly the main which are actually adding a lot of optimization overhead over the HTTP 1.0, and we will cover only those major ones. So I hope you like this video. If you like this video, please share this video with your friends on your social media accounts, and please do subscribe to my channel to get you notified my next video on the next feature of HTTP 2.0. Thank you for watching this video.